Good morning, everyone. This is Erica with Aurora Heart Healing, and I am so excited about today. Today's video is talking about emotions with your children. If you are anything like me and you have children, emotions can be kind of one of those difficult situations or topics that can be challenging, especially with teenagers. They don't really want to talk about what they're feeling. My daughter, my middle child, she'll just say, ugh, again, mom. My son, he is very, very emotionally aware, and he will tell me exactly every frustration, every anger, every upset, everything. And he'll even tell me when he's sad and he's hurt and he's disappointed. My youngest, they have the full gamut. She really wants to just sit in the excitement and the happiness, and sometimes it's a little bit harder for her to talk about the sadder emotions. As I have been practicing emotional awareness, emotional intelligence for almost a decade now, I've learned so much about how our emotions can affect our world, our reality, what we feel, what we think, even the way people perceive us. And today I just wanted to kind of shed light on the importance, the value, and the range of emotion that there is. So I have here the Hoffman list. This is the Hoffman list of feelings. Here, I have definitions of feelings. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 pages. I have the Wheel of Emotion, Emotions and Experiences. That is a companion worksheet to the Atlas of the Heart. And within all of these resources that I use in my practice on a daily basis with my clients to help them clear emotional trauma, every single one of these have a different meaning, a different definition, a different vibration of emotion. What emotions are you aware of? What emotions are your children aware of? When we teach our children how to be more emotionally aware, they're able to be more resilient. They're able to handle life. They have less depression. I'm not going to say someone that's emotionally aware never gets depressed, but I am going to say that someone is more emotionally aware and has those emotional tools knows how to handle that depression. Some people that I've met, they go through pain and they sit in it. I met a gentleman just a little while ago and I was talking to them and they said they've been single for over 2 years because of a heartbreak and that they still think about this person and they still block love or new partnerships because of that. That just tells me that they have not really truly dealt with the emotions that came along with that relationship. Or the opposite, where meet people that are serial relationshipists. It's like they're using relationships to escape their patterns, their emotional trauma. They're telling the if you date a man that says, I just got out of a long-term relationship, and you ask them, oh, what happened? Or how did you get over it? And they just say, I just got over it. Did they just get over it by getting with another person? Did they truly do the deep dives, the introspection, the feelings? At this point in my life, I may be discussing or communicating with various males, but is that going to be a full commitment? No, because I think that that would be wrong of me to hurt someone else or not to bring my awareness to what I may be trying to carry on to another relationship. And with that, I understand that sometimes the emotion, the feeling of loneliness can get in the way of me being alone. And when I sit with my kids, the reason why I bring this up is because I have been noticing more and more that there's suicide awareness, there's um, how to deal with anxiety with your child at home, how, and all of these different things that are trying to help our children, support our children. And when I look at my kids, I understand why there's so many different people that have these emotional wounds that don't know how to get through it or get over it. A lot of it has to do with emotion. So the other day, I was talking to my daughter, my middle child, and I said, "All right, kiddo, give me three emotions." And she said, "I'm bored." And I said, "Okay, you're bored." And she said, "I'm irritated." And I said, "Okay, you're irritated. What else?" And she said, "I'm disappointed." And I was like, "Oh, that's a very large range." And I said, "Tell me more about any of those that you want to know, that you want to hear," which right here, feelings list: bored, irritated, and disappointed. So I said, tell me more about it." And she said, "I'm bored with the fact that everything has just happened the way it has, and it's just boring now." I said, "Okay, that's an interesting perspective, but tell me more." "I'm irritated." And she says, "I'm irritated because you want to know how I feel all the time." And I said, "Okay, valid. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm still going to do that. It's going to happen." And then when she said disappointed, and I said, "What's disappointing? What happened?" And she said, "I'm disappointed in the way that this person has behaved themselves. I'm disappointed in who they are, and I thought that they were better than this." And she told me a little bit about the backstory, about what she was feeling and who she was talking about. And I said, "Okay, totally get that. It's hard to be disappointed in people when they let you down." And with that, I do that every single night with all my kids at the dinner table. When I'm cooking, I sit there and take that time for myself to self-reflect. But now I use the dinner table to play a game called How Deep Will You Go? And we share, it's a card game. You pull a card and you share certain things, perspectives, thoughts, questions, and each person gets to talk about it. And I've incorporated emotions into it. Tell me what you feel. What we feel will never go away, but the way that we react to the way that we feel, the way that we deal with it, will better our lives. The other day, my son and I, we've been really working on his anger. I've been able to really pour in and focus and hone in on, why are you so angry? And we got in an argument. He went to school and he was super angry. And I told him before he left, I said, "Aiden, I need you to stop emotionally dumping on me because of what you're feeling. We can talk about what you feel. You know I've got your back. I'm here to support you. I'm here to be with you. I'm here to love you. But I can't be your emotional punching bag." anymore. And you need to take responsibility over the way you feel because it's not someone else's fault the way you feel, it's what you feel. It's up to you to take that power and say, this is what I feel, this is what I think, this is what I am, who I am. And then you can heal from it. And his teacher calls me later that day and she said, we had a really good day. He was very respectful. And he said, I'm not going to take it all out on you. Whoa. He decided, and he was mad at me. He yelled at me, but he took it out into the world and he did something different. And if we wouldn't have talked about, hey, I can't be your emotional punching bag. I'm sad. I'm frustrated. I'm angry too. I get it. We're all in this weird little limbo of like a new life and adjusting to it, but also having fun too. And seeing how this new life is a good thing and how great there's certain shifts and changes that are bringing in so much abundance and so much beauty. And we're working through it. Let's work through it together. When his teacher called me and she told me that, I knew that talking about the way that I felt with him genuinely, telling him how sad and hurtful his words are to me, telling him how he needed to take responsibility over what he felt, taking his own power back, he was empowering him. And I haven't gotten a negative call since. When we sit with our children and we talk about all of the feelings, they're able to grow and build and understand themselves a little bit more. This morning, so this Hoffman list, feelings list, this is a new list. I've been working through the Brene Brown, The Wheel of Emotion, for quite some time in the definition of emotions, but now also Dr. Bradley's chart of emotions. But now I've brought more into my life because I want to feel the full gamut of what life has to give me, and therefore give my children. This morning, I saw the most incredibly beautiful peach, purple, pink, orange, yellow sunrise. And I walk out and I'm talking to my kids and we're getting to the car to take them to the bus stops and all the things. And I'm just looking at it and I said, oh my God, I feel so blessed and enchanted by this moment. And I felt dreamy and I felt ecstatic and I felt peaceful and serene and calm and I felt blissed out. I felt lucky and I felt motivated to share this video today. What a difference than saying, oh, I saw this beautiful sky. When we deep dive into all of the range of emotion that we can feel, that we can experience, that we can know, we actually give ourselves the ability to expand. And in that expansion, what do we experience? Maybe we'll experience deeper, more fulfilling love and experience. When we're able to say, I am in awe of this moment. What does that make you feel? If I were to describe two different things to you, today my day was really good. Let's go to yesterday. Yesterday my day was really good. I had clients and I had more clients than I've ever had before, and I did a sound bath. It was really fun. Okay. Option A. Option B. Yesterday, I felt so inspired. I felt so inspired because I helped people genuinely feel some of their deepest emotions. I helped people experience deep sorrow and pain and transform it into conscious understanding and compassion for themselves and others around them. I felt a little bit overwhelmed and frazzled when I was working through all of the clients because I hadn't had that many clients before. But I also felt so fulfilled. I felt warm. I felt like I was fulfilling my passion by helping people. And then at the sound bath, I started off a little bit nervous because there was new people, new faces, and I always get a little nervous through my sound baths. Just I'm performing. And as everyone sat around me, I asked everyone to open their hearts and think of something that they were grateful for. And when people shared, well, one person shared that they were grateful for me for expending my energy and being present and doing this. I felt happy. I felt radiant. I felt satisfied with myself because this is my passion. This is what I do, and it helps so many others. What made you feel out of those two descriptions of your day? My day. How did each of them make you feel? How can you bring in more emotions to your life to help you? How about a bad day? Let's describe a bad day. Let me think of one. Okay. I had a really bad day. I cried, I was angry, I was upset, and I laid in bed all day. And I didn't want to talk to anybody. And my kids would come in and they'd be like, Mom, and I'd just say, I'm so sorry. I don't want you to feel like you have to take care of me right now. I just need a little bit of space. All right. Okay. Next, I was disappointed. I felt betrayed. I felt depleted and deflated. I felt exhausted and like I just didn't have any more fight in me. I felt a little depressed because there was some anger that I was putting inside me, like, why did this have to happen? And how could I let this happen? I felt conflicted because one feeling looks like this, and then the other feeling is completely opposite of what I really am feeling. I felt disturbed. My peace was disturbed within me. I felt off balance. I felt like I just wanted to shut down. And each time my kids would come to me, I would tell them, guys, I know that you want to take care of the way that I feel. I have to feel it to heal it. I have to go through this pain so that it can go away and make and feel better. And I appreciate you so much for coming and checking on me and wanting to take away my pain and wanting to make me feel better. But it's okay to not be okay sometimes. And right now, I'm not okay. And it has nothing to do with you at all. It's the way that I feel inside right now. It feels like there's a storm of happy, mad, sad, and I just don't want to take it out on you. So know that I love you and that I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful for your caring hearts for coming and checking on me. But right now, I just need a little bit of space. And I promise when I get myself a little bit more grounded in myself, I'll come out and I'll talk to you. A lot of times, us as parents, we don't want to tell our kids how we feel because we think they can't handle it. But if anything, we're actually creating insecurity within them and a depression for themselves because they don't even know how to feel themselves. When I talk to my kids that way, and the second one was my feelings, that's the way that I've talked to them. They came, gave me hugs, kisses, or just said, okay, mom, I get it. And then walked away or were able to understand that there was nothing personal, that it had nothing to do with them and everything to do with me. They didn't have to take on what I felt as if they did something wrong. They understood this is where she's at right now. And I'm going to respect the way she feels because that's a lot that she just said. And the next time when my youngest daughter, threw a temper tantrum, and I talked to her and I said, what are you feeling right now? What's going on? And she threw out school stuff first. She was like, my friend's leaving, this is messed up, like someone's moving away, and I'm so upset because I've known her since kindergarten. And then I said, okay, is there anything else? Is there anything deeper than that? She said, he abandoned us and everyone's leaving me, mom. Okay, we got to the root and we sat and we talked about all of the feelings. And I said different things: disappointment, abandonment, frustration, hurt, pain, all of the feelings, grief, heartbreak. And then when I asked her how she felt, she said, I felt better. Let's help our kids feel better, my friends, by sharing emotions. Thank you.